Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm your host Dr. Haider Shah. On behalf of Calvas, I would like to welcome all of you to this webinar. Thank you very much for joining us. Today, we have another very interesting topic, and I'm really honored to welcome and introduce our distinguished guest speaker who is going to talk about exploring the different tactics to increase the research visibility and impact. By making your research more visible, you could potentially open up for future collaboration, jobs, publications, opportunities. Moreover, it increases chances of your research being noticed, used, and having an impact, thus increasing your own reputation and chances of success in your academic work. Indeed, a very interesting topic, and I'm sure in this session you are going to learn so many new things because we have an expert with us in today's this session. So stay tuned because in amazing stuff are coming ahead in this session. So before we start, I would like to thank Calvas for arranging such enlightenment sessions, for their support and providing us such a wonderful platform. The aim of Calvas is to give you the opportunity to connect and interact with world-renowned speakers, academic leaders, teachers, authors, researchers, experts, professionals, and businessmen to learn from their experiences, recommendations, suggestions, and tips which will create an impact and will enable you to learn and develop yourself in order to grow and transform individually as well as to contribute to the world in a positive way. As our slogan is calm, learn, and share knowledge. So today we have an amazing person as guest. He is internationally known personality, a multi-dynamic person having vast experience and exposure. He's a great human being and we always see him while contributing to the world on different ways. So let me introduce him formally. He is highly experienced research consultant and adjunct lecturer with a background in technology management and new product development. He holds a PhD in technology management from University of Malaysia, which is the Malaysia top university, in addition to his current position as a research visibility and impact freelancer consultant. He has also served as an adjunct lecturer at the Al Zahra University. His research interests include university ranking, open access, research visibility, research tools, and bibliometric. In addition to that, he is well known for his expertise in the research tools and has developed the research tools box as a resource for researchers. Moreover, he has conducted numerous workshops on the topic and has published over 100 papers and articles in various journals and conferences. In addition to that, his publications have received over 4,500 citations with H-index 29. He is committed to helping researchers disseminate and promote their work to enhance its visibility and impact, and has received recognition and prizes from organizations such as Thomson Reuters, now Clarivate Analytics, for his efforts. Overall, he is dedicated to supporting researchers in their effort to effectively communicate and share their findings. Last but not the least, he's a wonderful speaker, author, teacher, professional, and above everything, he's a great human being. So please help me in welcoming our guest, Dr. Nader Al Ebrahim. Welcome to the Calvas platform, and thank you very much for joining us, Prof.
Yeah, thank you very much for your comprehensive introduction. Yeah, Doctor. Yeah, Sayyid. Yeah, Haider Ali Shah. Yeah, should I call you the full name or just Haider Shah?
Yeah, just Heather Shah is fine, Prof.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Doctor Haider
Thank you
Shah.
very
Thank
much.
you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, shall I start?
And just a gentle reminder to the audience that Prof will present and he would leave time for the question answer session at the end of the session. You can ask question by writing in comment section or you can email us at info@calvas.com. So over to you, Prof. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. I think we have 1 hour time from now on. Yeah.
Yes, Prof. Please take
Okay.
your time.
Yeah,
We have
including the
unlimited time for you, Prof.
okay, including the Q&A. Yeah.
Yes, Prof. Yes, Prof. Please go
Okay,
ahead.
okay,
Thank
okay.
you.
Let me to share the screen and start it from the presentation. Okay, uh, entire screen. Okay, can you see the screen right now?
Yes, Prof. It's visible. Carry
Okay,
on, please.
just
Thank you.
Yeah, doctor, just interrupt me whenever anything happen because I won't be able to see you again. I just see my presentation.
Okay, Prof, there is one thing only. Can you just click on the hiding one? Because there's one message displayed
Oh,
on the,
here.
yes,
Okay,
Prof.
okay, okay, okay. Yeah, this one.
Perfect, Prof. Perfect.
Yeah, just I hide
Yeah,
it. Everything is
yeah.
correct
Thank you
right
so much.
now?
Yeah, perfect, Prof. Carry on,
Okay,
please.
okay,
Thank
okay.
you.
Okay, because I'm sharing this presentation, it's not necessary to write anything or just read from the text, for instance, so you can access free. Is available. I will share with you the link. Okay, once more time, I should take this opportunity to thank the, yeah, in abbreviation, Kalwa Center of the Academic Learning and Writing Support Services, and also Dr. Haider Shah for organizing this event. Okay, but I think you did registration through the call was previously, so it's not necessary to register right now. I will get your contact info later on through Dr. Haider. The abstract also, I leave it to you to read it because we have very limited time, and in this limited time I should introduce why we need to improve our research visibility and impact, and how we can improve our research visibility and impact. Some of the slides are not included in the public one. The slide which has this logo is not included in the public version because it's maybe I extracted from the some private website, and it's not allow me to distribute in the public. So some slide here is a little bit slides is extra from the public version one. All my presentation available online on this platform. You can simply, okay, let me to go there on online. Okay, just simply search Nader, my first name, 100,797. This is Figshare platform. If you go there, then you have access to my all presentation from the previous sessions, including this one. Okay, and okay, maybe the net is a little bit slow. Okay, that's good. It's coming. This is today presentation. You can click and download. Okay, it's free, available for everybody. I upload today around noon, and till now I think over 100 times is downloaded. You can free download and use it. I share the link with you. Okay, then okay, I put it here, the link, then you can share with everybody. Okay, back to my presentation. Actually, this presentation is a summary of the 8 different sessions. Each of them take between 2 to 3 hours. Means I should summarize at least 16 hours in 1 hour. That's the reason I should go very fast in the different topics. Okay, today I will talk about the motivation, why we need to improve our research visibility and impact, then go to the some strategy and tactic before writing a paper, when you select a journal, and after publication. And finally, I will talk a little bit about the please avoid unethical approach to get more attention or citation and so on. Okay, what's the motivation? Previously, they talk about publish or perish, but right now is about visible or nothing. Means if your paper is not visible, nobody will read it, nobody will cite it, and you will not get any impact. But previously the number of publication was matter, but right now the number of publication and also the number of citation is matter. So you need to get enough attention by your peers to read your paper, cite your paper, and also get impact. So, one paper published in 2014 in Nature, and they just try to compare the height of the first page of the paper which was published in the Web of Science, right now Clarivate Analytical, previously Thomson Reuters, but we usually call ISI, whatever you call, with the mountain of Kilimanjaro, with the height of Kilimanjaro, up to this high means over 2.5 kilometers. If you put the first page of the paper, none of them receive any citation. Means usually the researcher spend a lot of time to publish one paper in Web of Science indexed journal, but the paper never receive any citation. So it means the paper quality is bad? No. From my point of view is the paper was not visible to the other researcher in order to cite it and pay attention to what is inside and so on. This is one reason. The other, for motivation, the other one, if you look at the number of publication from SciMago Journal and Country Rank, which is available online, you can click here later on and browse by yourself. If you look at the number of publication by North American and the developed countries, you see the number of publication compared to the Asian region is not too much. Yeah, almost the Asia publish more than double compared to the North America. But if you go to the citation, look at the number of citation is less than half from the North American or the developed country. Yeah? If you look at here, you can see and compare. Okay, do you hear me, Dr. Haider?
Yes, Prof, very well, and
Okay.
very interesting you are sharing with us. Very interesting information.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and you see here means all is not the problem for instance Pakistani people or Iranian or Malaysian or the all Asian country has the same problem. It's our culture. We shy to say we publish the best paper. Yeah, we just publish and let them to the other people read it and so on without doing any advertisement. Okay, the another reason, another motivation for improving research visibility and impact is this is the latest info from Scopus at the end of 2022. It mentioned every day they will index 11,000 new papers, and it means every year we have over 4 million new articles only indexed by the Scopus databases. What about your paper? Your paper is like a needle in the haystack. Okay, who can find it? You have to do something in order to discover your paper out of this 4 million scientific articles which publish every year in the Scopus databases. Okay, just come closer to, I didn't get permission from Dr. Haider, but Dr. Haider may be surprised with this information. Yeah?
Yes, Prof. Please carry on.
I check your public profile, not the private one. The private one is not shared in my presentation, but the public. If I search your name, I can see your publication which received the highest citation, 4958. Very good. But if you look at the number of version which shows the visibility of your paper, you are not in the right track. Means you should advertise more, because the number of versions shows the different repository which keep your paper. It's like opening different branches for one brand, yeah, you are selling your paper in only 4 shops. If you increase this version, for instance, to 28 to 30, means you have different outlets and you will sell your product in the different shop. Definitely in future you will get more citation. Okay, and come closer to your publication. Your top paper in the Scopus is this one, Perceived Corporate Social Responsibility. And if we look this one, you get a very high impact. Why? Because the field weighted citation impact, one is close to the average, but your paper is 6.6, means very good. Means you receive enough citation compared to your area of the research. But this slide is not included in the public version. Okay, go to the Plumex metric, which show your social activity. You receive 32 times citations only because of the 100 plus captures, and the capture happened only from Mendeley. You didn't post this one in Twitter or Facebook or any other social media. I published this paper talking about this and that. Nothing. So that's why you receive a lot of citation only with 100 capture. Just assume if you increase this 100 to 1000, definitely the citation also goes up. Okay, go to the second paper. Your second paper, field weighted citation impact is less than 1, means is below than the average getting citation. But if you look the Plumex, means you can go to the Scopus and looking for this one, then go to the metric and finally click the detail and you will see this detail. Again, for this one we have the same problem, only 11 citation out of 81 times capture. And you didn't also advertise this one. Okay, I show you one example from my side. This is example from my side. The field weighted citation impact is 21, is close to 22, means it 21 extra the average citation. It received a lot of citation because of a lot of view. And if compare the Plumex metric from my side with yours, you can see here a lot of usage, a lot of, means in social media I have advertised a lot about this paper, and also the other people reshare it, repost it, comment, and so on. So our main responsibility is after publication, we shouldn't give up and say, okay, I'm very happy because my paper published in Q1 journal or Q2 journal. We should continue our work and advertise in order to receive citation in future. But ordinary, I suggest you to increase around 1000, means if I back to the Dr. Haider here, instead of 81, it should be around 1000. 1000 is okay. It's not necessary to be 37,000 and something. 1000 is okay. If you improve to 1000, definitely you also get a lot of citation in future. Okay. Fortunately, according to the Times Higher Education World University Ranking, the 2023, which published recently, Pakistan growing around 25 points in their citation. Means Pakistan recently pay attention to the visibility and impact of the research, and it's one of the fast growing, is actually number 4 in the report of the Times Higher Education. Congratulations to the all researcher in Pakistan, especially Dr. Haider Shah, who is the host of this event. Okay, what is the solution? This is the motivation. We know, okay, the problems exist, but what is the solution? What we should do? Actually, we should do in the three different stages: before publication, after selecting, during selecting a journal, and after publication. Okay, I will tell you something. Before publication, you should think about the quality only. The quality is very, very important. You have to publish a very high impact and quality wise research paper. The quality should come from the inherently and also from appearance. After publication, we are able to increase the quality of the appearance, but we won't be able to increase the inherent of your paper quality. So you should do your work in the highest level. And one paper recently published in 2023, very new, and it mentioned my previous publication. Had mentioned if you receive citation in future, we cannot distinguish actually is coming from your paper quality or your paper visibility. From my point of view, paper visibility is much more important than the quality, unless you will publish a very, very high quality paper. For instance, you get the Nobel Prize, or you get something very distinguished, and everybody know you as a very high researcher, and they refer your paper. But most of us, we do not produce a very high quality paper. We are produce a middle level, so we need to improve the visibility to increase the citation and impact. Okay, let me to back to the online and see everybody. Okay, everything is okay? Yes?
Yes, Prof. Everything is going well. Wonderful, Prof.
Okay. Because I'm afraid maybe sometime is the net connection, something is the problem may happen, and I just continue without paying attention. Okay, thank you. Just let me know if something happened wrong. Okay, back to the presentation. Okay, and in order to increase your research visibility and impact, you need to increase the visibility of your paper first, then you will get citation, then you will get some impact. The impact is not coming directly. Just I give you some number. If you improve the number of the visit to your paper, out of 1,000 visits on your paper landing page, you may receive 200 plus times download, and out of these 200 plus times download, you may receive only 2 citations. Means you have to promote your paper a lot. Means you have to attract a lot of people to visit your paper, then download, then cite. As I mentioned, out of 1,000, you may receive only 2 citations, 1,000 views, only 2 citations. Okay, what's the solution? Actually, I have published, I just refer you to the 3 of my publication. One of them is this one, Maximize Your Research Impact, is a chapter in book which published with one of the researcher, the Arthur from the Australian University, from the Perth. You have free access, you can download from this Social Science Research Network. In this chapter in book, we mention over 48 different strategy and tactics for increasing your research visibility and impact. This paper has 33 different approach, and another one is the last one, which published in 2017. And here also we mention the 3 different stages: before publication, after publication, and after receiving citation to promote your visibility. I recommend you to download all this paper and read if you have time. Okay, but here is a summary. Things to do when you're writing a paper. Okay, I will ask from Dr. Haider. Yeah, okay, what is your suggestion? What we should do before publication in order to get citation in future?
Prof, what normally we recommend is to see the latest topic, the area which is being focused. Particularly nowadays, the SDGs are more particularly focused, and then we look at the our area. For example, in my area, I'm from the HR, so we look to the green HR practices, the CSR practices, and its connection to the SDGs, how we can contribute towards the different SDGs. For example, the SDG 4, which is the quality education, then the 7, 9, 11, 12, the 15, which is regarding the energy conservation and the pro-environmental and sustainability. So we will definitely look upon the current topics, which are the current topics and which are being discussed in the literature, so that and then we should consider which journal we are going to target and what are their scope and the aim, and whether it matches to our paper or not. And this is how usually we have been guided, even in particularly University of Malaya, that how you are going to select the topic, and then how you are going to select a journal for it which is relevant, because we will not get waste our time by having the desk rejection and other things because it doesn't match the scope of the journal. So this is generally we do and recommend to the students. So now I would like to hear your recommendations, which is of course wonderful, because the way you were explaining the things are very nice, and I was very curious about this thing, that really these strategies are very useful, and our audience will definitely learn a lot, and they will follow your articles and your work. You are doing a fantastic job, Rob. Thank you very much for sharing these things with us.
Okay, thank you, thank you. You mentioned only 2 things out of 48 different tactics. Only, yeah, means you missed another 46 one. Okay,
Which is
perfect.
which we our audience will learn from this session, Prof. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, you mentioned, yeah, the topic is very important. Selecting the best journal also is very important. But the criteria for selecting a journal, one of the criteria for selecting a journal is the journal should be indexed in the different platform. I mentioned your paper has, for instance, 4 different versions. But if you publish in a journal which indexed in many different platforms, that your paper already received, for instance, 10 different versions. Why? Because the journal indexed in Web of Science, in Scopus, in engineering, in the social science, in the different platform, means the journal distribute their publication within a different manners. So you will get visibility from journal. So for selecting the journal, the impact, yes, is important, but with the same impact factor, with the same level. For instance, Q1, we have one journal only indexed in Web of Science, but we have another journal indexed in Engineering Village, in the Web of Science, in the Scopus, in the PubMed, in everywhere. So it's better to select the journal which indexed in different places. This is one strategy. Okay, I will go through my slides and explain some of them. The rest, okay, you can read it from my paper. Okay, back to the slides. Okay, the first thing is your name is very important. For instance, Dr. Haider Shah name has 4 parts. Okay, and so he has to decide, use 2 parts or 4 parts together, join together, put hyphen between them, or and so on. But you should decide it from the beginning and use a unique name from the beginning, from when you are writing a paper. But some of your publication is already published with your full name, but recently you decided to introduce yourself just Haider Shah. So no, don't worry, you can change it, by metadata. Yeah, I will show you something, okay, later on. About your affiliation, you should keep always consist whenever you are working in one institution, the same affiliation. Don't use one time the abbreviation, the other times the full name. For instance, don't mention the Calvas one time, the other time mention Center for Academic Research and so on. Yeah, always use the same affiliation. Yeah, repeat key phrase in your abstract and your title. You should make your article search engine friendly. We call academic search engine optimization is very important. For instance, one example I mentioned here as an example is here, I think is already open. This is your paper, doctor. Okay, as I mentioned previously, you use your full name, but you may recently decided to just mention Haider Shah. Okay, don't worry, later on you can change it. If you browse your paper, you can see here different keywords. Okay, this is the keyword which suggested by the author, and the keyword also may suggested by the system, but unfortunately this one doesn't have the system. Sometimes the system called this one keyword index, and sometimes the keyword index is different from the author keyword. So you need to select the best keyword set, otherwise you may receive the few citation. For instance, maybe somebody looking for the same phrase which you mentioned here, co-worker, pro, environmental, advocacy, but sometimes maybe just looking for, I don't know, another synonym. So you should think about this thing and put the all alternative and the one. And okay, do you know what is the best keyword set for a paper? I am asking from Dr. Haider. The best keyword set.
The best keywords, Prof, which are frequently being researched by the different researchers, particularly because these are the words that will show up in SEO quickly. So I think we should be going for the keywords which are being searched so frequently, because our paper will come up instantly regarding that thing. So that's why they refer the keywords are very important in that perspective.
Okay, but the best keyword when you write a paper is the one which repeated in the title of your references. The most frequent keyword in the title of your paper reference is the best one. This is the best one. Okay. And Web of Science called this one keyword plus. You can search the keyword plus selection criteria. Then you go to the Web of Science, and Web of Science mention how to select the keyword plus and so on. This is but some researcher made a mistake and they repeat the thing which already existed in the title and already existed in the abstract. It's over there. Why you repeating the keyword? The keyword should be one alternative option for the title, not the same one. The alternative option for the, okay, just I give you some idea. I don't know how much you are familiar with GPT. Are you familiar with GPT?
Yes, Prof. Nowadays it is a hot topic.
Okay, hot topic. Okay. One of them, for instance, you write this paper. This is your paper abstract. Okay? And you selected this topic for the paper. I will tell you this is not a good one, because later on I will say the best title is between 7 to 13 words. 7 to 13 words. I will show you later why. But just give you one example. This is Lex is one of the based on the AI. I already have account here. new document, open a new document, and put it here, your abstract. And I ask the artificial intelligence, please select a topic for this paper. Okay, this is the topic. Yeah, all of them are shorter than the things which you selected. Which one you prefer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one you prefer?
Prof, I think the fifth one is more interesting, establishing the link between the CSR and pro-environmental.
Okay, this one, you prefer this one. Okay, thank you. I will put it here. Okay, later on, you can advertise your paper with a new title, but not in the, like this one, in the appearance, only in the hidden part. I will show you what I mean by the hidden part. Okay, I will share this link with you. Later on, you will access, okay, by yourself, if you like it. Okay, very simple. The artificial intelligence suggests me a new title, which is much catchier compared to the title which you selected. It was so long, yeah. And it might not mention here anything about Malaysia. Okay,
yes,
okay, no problem. This is the another one is about the topic. Back to my presentation. Okay, use more references if the journal allow you, because right now there are a limitation. The journal say, okay, up to 7,000 words, up to 4,000 words. Okay, you are not allowed to write longer. But if they allow you to write longer, you write longer paper. Yeah, try to write review paper, usually receive more than the research paper. Try to present your working paper by uploading in different repository and so on. Means the one which is you already working on it, not the one which is published. Okay, I promise you to check what is I mean by the hidden part. I hope this your paper be available, the PDF version be available. Is it available online?
Yes, Prof, it's available.
Okay, but
on this first one. Yes, Prof, this one.
This one?
This one. Yes, Prof.
Okay, if it's available, is very good. I can download it. But
yes, Prof. PDF, Prof. Click on PDF. Yes.
Okay, just PDF. Oh, I need to have access. Okay. The free version, I think, is not available. I should pay it. Okay, no problem. I will search your name for another publication, and I will tell you which one, just to show you how you can add the alternative. Okay,
yes,
papers. Okay, just let me.
First one, Prof. Click on the first paper. It was.
Is this one available?
Yeah.
Yes.
Prof,
Oh, yes, yes, yes. The PDF is available here. Okay, I will show you. Yeah, thank you is one of them. I will save on desktop. Go back to the desktop. Open it. This is your paper. And go to the file and open the properties. Okay, the properties here do not carry any information about your paper. So later on, you can add here information instead of this title, which is too long. Select a shorter title, an alternative title, and put it here, title. But you need to open your paper in Adobe Professional. Not in, this is Adobe Reader. I won't be able to write it anything here. I won't be able. But you need to have Adobe Professional or Nitro in order to edit this information. So I call this one hidden information about your paper. So later on, you can write alternative title for this paper Okay, maybe you summarize by yourself, you select by yourself, or you may use some tools like the one which I mentioned based on the GP3. Okay, I think you get, yeah. Just this is for a gift for this presentation. Usually
Yes,
I
sir.
will not go in detail during my introductory session, yeah. Okay, just a gift. Okay, I mentioned the best, yeah, one paper published and compared the highly cited paper, and it mentioned the best title length is between 7 to 13. Yeah, I already mentioned. Try to write your paper with a lot of authors, but be careful about the ethical issue. Means all the authors should have contribution, not just add some ghost author or some other author which do not do anything. Okay, the number of character also I mentioned, the length is important. Please put as much as possible figure, as much as possible table, as much as possible equation, but be careful, all of them should be in vectorized. Let me to check your publication. Is there any figure here, table figure? Yes,
Yes,
there is.
Prof. There.
Okay, okay, fortunately this one is vectorized, is good. But sometimes they will put the paper as a JPEG and is not searchable. Means somebody may search for number of the hotels, so they should find this table. This is vectorized, is good, but the figure also should be same. This is not good. Do you know why? Because it's a JPEG. Means I won't be able to search the GEE. OEE is not searchable in this figure. But if you put the figure in the vectorized format, the appearance is the same, but it's searchable. Means I would be able to click this one and select OEE and so on. Oh, you also working on SEM, yeah? Structural
Yes, Prof.
equation modeling with the AMOS. Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect,
Amos
perfect.
and Smart PLS.
Okay, okay, and also okay, very perfect, perfect. Okay, it's good except this one, yeah. Okay, okay, back to the presentation. Okay, the table, figure table and equation, all of them should be in the vectorized format, mean should be in the searchable format. Okay, and I mentioned about the search engine friendly. Search engine friendly, you can check it and make sure the phrase which you use in the title, it will appear a lot. Okay, I will check it. For instance, here you can check on the Scopus. For instance, you mentioned one phrase which is important for you is this phrase. Okay, you mentioned as a one of the key phrase in your paper. Very simple, you can search on Google Scholar. I think I already opened, yeah, it was here, back, Google Scholar. Very simple one. Search this one in Google Scholar and see how many times this phrase is appeared in the different publication. Okay, is it appear in many article or few of them? Yeah, very few, only 40. Yeah, only 40. Some of them may cited some paper including this one, but maybe you can you replace this one, for instance, with another alternative keyword? If yes, then you will check it and you will see, okay, here it will appear 100 pages, 200 pages, and so on. And this is okay. If you use all most frequent keyword in the title of your paper, who is going to read your paper? Yeah, they will read the paper which received the highest citation. So in the title of your paper, you should include the high frequency word in your area of the research, plus one keyword which is belong to you and your research area. I call this one brand name. You should select your own brand name. Okay, for instance, my own brand name is virtual R&D teams. This is my brand name, and I try to repeat this one in a lot of, for instance, this is my paper, virtual R&D team, a new model for blah 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 blah. Virtual R&D team, process construct in virtual R&D team. Virtual R&D team, establishing virtual R&D team. Virtual R&D team, new product development. Everything, yeah, means you should be able to write a paper with this brand name. Okay, if you look at the image, you can see all, yeah. If you go down, all is belong to my paper, my, and so on, yeah. As we do the same thing, yeah. Okay, so from the beginning, you have to select a brand name for yourself, and this brand name, okay, I think I put about the brand name here. No, I didn't put it. Okay, maybe in my another slide you can find what is the characteristic of the brand name. Okay, I mentioned about before publication, during selecting a journal, try to, the collaboration also is very important. Try to publish your paper in the open access journal, and also try to, I mentioned this one before, try to publish your paper in highest number of indexation. It should be indexed in a lot of the databases, as I mentioned previously. But the most important one means to collaborate with international and well-known collaborator. Means if you are able to write a paper with a Nobel Prize holder, please write a paper with him or her. This is the best one. If not, try to find the highest and the most influencer in your area of the research and write paper with him. And here is showing the effect of the field-weighted citation impact when the international collaboration is growing. Yeah, means I mentioned the field-weighted citation impact 1 is equal the average in the world. Once you get above, means for instance here means 2 times more than the average. If you publish a paper with 60% of the international co-authors. Okay, this is a good approach. Okay, back to again here. I want to make sure everything is okay. Is okay everything? Yeah.
Yes, Prof. Everything is perfect.
Okay. I think we started. It's already, I think, around 50 minutes past. Yeah.
40 minutes past, Prof.
40. Okay. Means I made mistake. Okay. Because I should take about the time limit and so on. We should finish within 1 hour. Okay. Because also I think this one also has a limitation but I think it should be aware 100 participant attended. Otherwise, they let us to continue more than 1 hour. Okay. This is the technology limit. Okay. Okay. This is the most important part. The most important because we already publish, like you have some publication back to the Google Scholar. You have so many publication in Google Scholar. It's already published. You are not able to change the title. You are not able to change the figure. You are not able to add extra author. You are not able to, for instance, change the length or references. Oh, I forget one thing. If you want to get citation in future a lot, please cite the best. One article published in the Nature and mention if you want to be best, cite the best. Don't cite some article which never ever receive any citation, which published a long time ago, for instance 10 years ago, but never receive any citation. The new one, you don't know if it's relevant, it's good, use it. You don't know it will receive citation in future or not, but you can check the credit of the author. If the author has enough credit, maybe he will receive citation in future. For instance, if he or she has a higher level of H index, definitely he will receive a lot of citation in future. You should use such a this paper, or if such a this paper published in very high impact journal, usually also it will get a lot of citation in future. This is but as I mentioned, you already published your paper, so you need get attention. You need increase, like this one, as I put it here. This is your paper. Instead of 113 capture, you need to increase this one to 1000. Okay, how you can increase this one? Instead of, this is only downloaded on the Mendeley platform without any other activities. Yeah, the Plumex put a colorful here. If you do something extra on this paper, means in future definitely you will receive color here, here, and here if you promote your publication. But usually the Plumex or Altmetric and so on collect the data based on the identification number. Usually the main important identification number for a paper is DOI, but sometimes maybe it has another one, but the main one is DOI. Be careful when you advertise about one paper, please include the DOI number in order to be captured by Plumex, by Altmetrics, and so on. Means if you want to post this one in your, for instance, Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn and so on, please also put a link and DOI number. Otherwise, the Plumex and Altmetric won't be able to capture the information, how many times this one receives some attention. Okay, back to the presentation here. Okay, the first thing is self-archiving. Okay, where you should archive your paper. I mentioned you had some version about your paper, and I ask you please increase the number of versions. Okay, let me to check again about from here your profile. Okay, yeah, okay, I have it here. Go to the search it again, go to the Google Scholar profile. This is your Google Scholar profile. Okay, this is the number of version. I show you the number of version is coming from different repository. This is from the main publisher. Somebody uploaded from Australian University, very good, on the e-prints. This one also may come from the main publisher. Usually it will be distributed in the REPEC and so on. Yeah, means you and your co-author only uploaded one extra version of this paper in the this university, Queensland University, I don't know the name, but it's uploaded here. Okay, but before uploading, we should be careful about the copyright issue. Yeah, this paper published in a journal, and the journal name is yeah, this is the journal name. Yeah, corporate. Yeah, this is journal name. Okay, we should check the copyright issue. We are allowed to distribute this one in the public or not. Okay, I will refer you to my research tools box. Just type research tools. Sometimes you need to add my first name, Nader, sometimes no need. This is my research tools box. Just click this one. These tools included over 700 tools, from searching for literature, writing a paper, targeting a journal, and enhancing your research visibility and impact. And until now, it has visited over 500 cases. Okay, I will share with you the link later on. You can share with the other people as well. Okay, I put it here in the full screen. Let me to check the copyright issue. Am I allowed to just put it here? Go to the share for remo, and what was the journal name? The journal name corporate social responsibility. Okay, put the journal name here, search. Okay, why is not coming? Oh, this is my name. sorry, this is the link of my, it's not, it was not the journal name. I made a mistake, sorry. Go here, this is the journal name, search. Okay, you will search it here. If you paid before, because here mentioned it's open access pathway and so on. Okay, okay, if you paid, this is a hybrid journal, so you are allowed is Creative Commons, you are allowed to distribute. But if you do not pay, you should wait 24, means 2 years waiting. It has 2 years embargo time, and after 2 years you are allowed only to the author homepage, an institution repository, archive, and so on. And also you are able to upload on Social Science Research Network. Very good. Means you should check the limitation which apply by the publisher or apply by the journal, and then upload in different repository. In my research tools box, we have a lot of repository available here. Yeah, go online repository. For instance, you can upload archive. It mentioned you are allowed to upload on archive. It was mentioned here, archive. Okay, the link is here. You can go to the archive, upload here, or also it must mention to the Social Science Research Network. Yeah, you can click here, go to the Social Science Research Network and open one account and then upload your paper. This is the one which you should think about your paper before uploading different repository. If you have a lot of free repository, if you have time, you can upload in this repository, especially from Open Science Foundation and so on. Okay, even you can upload preprint and so on, but it need more explain about what's the procedure for uploading and so on. Maybe you can attend in my full 8 session seminar about how to improve the research visibility and impact. Okay, I think we are close to the end. Mention here something about the social networking also. I mentioned social network is very important. For instance, like ResearchGate, my paper in ResearchGate received, this is the one, because we had one presentation. It was planned on 14th of January. That's why I collected all the data on 13. Okay, it was not, then we postponed to the 19th. So my paper on the ResearchGate received over 440,000 times read from the different researcher. But In 2015, it was only 19,000, and one paper published at that time, I mentioned, okay, in the research area of the bibliometric, I was the number one according to the profile view. Okay, means you can upload your paper on ResearchGate, Academia, different platform, yeah, then you will receive. But again, I repeat, we never ever should breach the copyright issue. We always should follow the copyright issue. And if we back here, for instance, for this paper, although it won't allow us to distribute the accepted version before 24 months if we didn't pay, but they said submitted version means the preprint version, the one which not the referee give you any comment, the first version which you submitted to the journal, no embargo time, means you can distribute free of charge. Yeah, and I have some paper which I mentioned preprint. We call this one preprint version, and you are allowed to distribute your preprint version with this limitation. Yeah, you have to read carefully your journal policy and make sure you follow the journal policy. Okay, I think, yeah, about your profile, you have to also create your profile on ORCID. This is the Dr. Haider profile, which is not complete yet. Why? Because he didn't put all the link here, the keywords and so on. Okay, I just let me to show you one example from my side. Okay, just ORCID. This is my ORCID. Yeah, you have to add your short biography, the website which appear your paper in the left hand side, the keyword you are working, the other ID you have to complete, because, and also you have to mention about your other name or your own mother tongue language or another alternative of your name. You should add it here as well. Even in your Google Scholar profile, you should do it the same, because Google Scholar recently give you the opportunity to add alternative name, so you can add alternative name here. Yeah, just let me to search my name, Nader Ale, yeah, and show you. Okay, yeah, here mention other name. Yeah, other names are here, because somebody may put this way or may put a hyphen between or may search on my mother tongue language and so on. Means Dr. Haider also should do the same thing, means complete your profile in ORCID, in the we call online CV, in Google Scholar and so on. Okay, come to the last part, which is very, very important. Never ever do any unethical behavior. Means never ask your friend, please cite my paper, I will cite your paper, or never do any extra self-citation. Yeah, I will show you one example from my side. Yeah, one real example. This is my public profile. If you look at my public profile, the number of citation is less than 5,000, but the one which is not public, just let me to show this is not public, it has over 5,000 times citation. Somebody tweet me and says, okay, you have, for instance, for this paper, that paper, a lot of self-citation. But actually it was not a paper, it was in my presentation. And then I realized, oh, I exceed from the standard level, so I delete from my public profile and I reduce almost 400 citations because I didn't pay attention. Why? because previously I put at the end of my presentation here, we have two different pages. One, my recent publication, and the other one, references. Previously, it was like this: my recent publication and continue with references. And the scroller made mistake and put all of them as a references, and they add extra citation to my publication. So I decided to put it in the different pages, so to do not to make sure the system don't make mistake to increase extra citation. Okay, this is the last part. Back to here, I think we already, okay, is 1 hour and 5 minutes according to the record. Okay, and any question?
Yes, Prof. Thank you very much for such an elaborative session. I really enjoyed this session with you, Prof, because the way you started it right from the wonderful beginning. And then I love your this idea of not only presenting the different content, but also switching around the different website and showing, and particularly my own example, you have quoted it, and very nicely you have explained the things which I might not have considered, but which is very important to consider and which plays important role in the visibility particularly. So I love that thing, and then you very nicely mentioned your own examples as well, that how it could be refined and how they can find the wonderful research tool which you have designed. And I was just watching that how much efforts you have put in it in making it, because it was so thorough and it was so rich toolbox, I would say, and our audience from around the globe, they would be taking advantage of this wonderful toolbox, and that speaks for your hard work, dedication, and commitment towards the field. And hats off to you, the way you are doing the job is really commendable, and congratulations, you are doing a wonderful job for that. And Prof, really I enjoyed it, and let me just share some questions which you have already answered in your rich presentation, because since you are the expert, you already know which questions to cover and what question needs to be covered particularly. So let me just share some of the things which you have already included in your presentation. They wanted to ask that, Prof, how do you see the role of the search engine organizations? You have talked about it. Then they talked about the how can a researcher be visible globally? You have talked about it. Then they asked about that, please, Prof, share your experience, and that how do you see the role of the journal policy, which may play a vital role in the article visibility? You have already answered about it. Another question they wanted to ask that, Prof, how do you see the role of title of the paper and the keywords for searchability? Do you think these play important role in the visibility? You have already addressed about it. And then they ask another question, do you, Prof, how do you see the role of self-advertisement on academic and social media sites like the LinkedIn and others? You have already answered about it. Then they talked about the, do you use the Twitter for your self promotion? You have already talked about it. And then they talked about the does authorship matters, and how do you see the single author papers versus multiple authors paper? You have already answered about it. There is one question, Prof, which needs your attention as well, and that is, Prof, regarding the role of the conferences in promoting our research papers. So your comment on that, please.
Okay, if you attend to the conference, my suggestion is because we have some people, still we have it, which do not like computer. They like to read it from the paper. So my advice is to copy some of your publication and make it available on the desk of the conferences. And if they like it, then they will read. This is one. The other thing which is very important, It's not only attending in conference. The networking is conference is very important. You should get a lot of information. What I usually do, I will collect a lot of business card, or from the proceeding of the conference, I will collect a lot of email address, and then I request to join my network in LinkedIn, in ResearchGate, and in academia. I just send one email to them. I think you are familiar with mail merge. Are you familiar?
Yes, Prof.
Yeah, from mail merge in the Microsoft. Yeah, you can use this option and send a lot of mail merge based on a one database, which you get from the conference, and say, okay, I really appreciate, for instance, to see you, or to listen to you, or to meet you, whatever you have done during the conference, because the networking after conference is much important than during the conference. Means during the conference you collect the information, but continue this one. Means because you and your peer attended in the same conference, so in future maybe you write a paper together, in future maybe you work on one project together, in future maybe you interested to their publication, he or she also interested to your publication. Means a co-citation, not unethical way but ethically. Means you will be aware who publish, who is expert in your area, and then you will read it. This is very important. Means, in summary, during the conference, don't forget networking, and after that, continue the networking. It's very important.
Wow. Very nice, Prof. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Because you answered it very well. And networking is very important, and very nicely you have mentioned that how can we carry on this networking with them. And again, you have given a wonderful message of that not unethical, but ethically you involve the people in your research work, and this is how you can improve your visibility as well. So, Prof, really that was a wonderful session with you. You shared with us wonderful and powerful content and wonderful explanation. I would say it was a great session with you. Prof, at the end of the session, we ask our each guest regarding their message to the world. So, Prof, what is your message to the world as a speaker, author, teacher, researcher, trainer, learner, professional, and educator? Yes, please.
Okay, I usually mention, I think it's repeated in my previous presentation, because I was invited in one summit in the Australia, and I also mentioned the same thing. I mentioned the impact is not only the number, it's not the number of citation, it's not only the number of publication. The real impact means to make it the life better for the human. Mean this is the main impact. Means only don't think about the number. Yeah, don't think, oh, okay, I should advertise my paper to increase the number of version, number of citation, number of visibility, and so on. The main idea should be we should impact to make life better for the humans.
Yes, Prof. Wonderful. Thank you very much. And Prof, please share once again with our audience that how can they find you through your website and through your different social media accounts.
Very simple. Just search Nader Ale Ebrahim, my name. Very simple. If they search my name, they will find everything. Yeah. I mentioned about my presentation. Just need to put Nader 10797 is fixture platform for my presentation. For my research tools box, just search Nader research tools, and so on. Yeah, it's very simple. Just search my name. It's okay.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And I think that is just the entry towards the treasure. They will find treasure whenever they just enter your name. They will get a lot of wonderful resources which will help them a lot in their career and their visibility and impact as well. So to the audience, please do follow our distinguished guest speaker through his research work, and you can email him for future learning and guidance. He's always ready to help the people. He's very generous. And that's all we have time for today. Thank you once again, Dr. Nader Ale Ebrahim, And I
Thank
would
you.
also like to thank our audience who joined us. Yeah, thank you all for your support and liking our session. Stay tuned as many sessions are on the way. Please do not miss session. Until next session, take care of yourself. Bye bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you for hosting, and thank you for inviting
Yeah,
me
thank
for
you.
this session. Thank you, and have a nice time, and goodbye to everybody.
Thank you very much for accepting our invitation, Prof. So nice of you.
Thank you.
Very grateful.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care.